Morning, good morning. Good morning. Raise this bad boy up. There we go. Good morning. Going live for the Airmax One Big Bubble on Sneakers App today. And one thing you want to do is make sure you check around because they are putting out links for early drops today. So what's going on? Oof, man. So the drop is at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, also today is another new Air Max dropping on Nike App. All right. Let's see here. Let me double check what the when the drop is for the new silhouette that's coming. I can't even remember the name of the actual shoe, to be honest with you. Let's see here. That's right. The Nike Airmax Pulse. Let's see now. That drops. I want to say that's going to be a 10 a.m. drop as well. Yeah, I think that's a 10 a.m. drop. I think it is. Hopefully, it's not going to be too tough of a cop. I'm not sure what the stock numbers are right now, but let me double check the stock numbers here. Let's see now. Stock numbers. right, stock numbers. All right, so now remember there's men's and women's pairs. And there's youth pairs as well. So if you're a youth size, there's a total of 3,766. Excuse me. I don't know, man. I've been having something in my throat for a minute. Youth size 3.5, 267, and 4Y 276, 4.5Y 315, 5Y 467, 5.5Y 483, 6 youth 623, 6.5 547, and 7 youth 788. Then we move on here now. Let's see here. I'm guessing this, yeah. So the women's numbers, in a women's 5, it's 997. A women's 5.5 is 1,526. A women's 6 is 4,412. A women's 6.5 is 4,100. A women's 7 is 7,588. A women's 7.5 is 6,824. A women's 8 is 9,593. A women's 8.5 is 8,935. A women's 9 is 8,368. A women's 9.5 is 6,118. A women's 10 is 6,324. A women's 10.5 is 3,345. A women's 11 is 3,939. Women's 11.5, 2,453. And a women's 12 is 2,912 for a total of 77,434 in the women's sizes. Now, in the men's sizes, we have 82,594. So in a men's 6, we have 703. A men's 6.5, we have 689. A men's 7, we have 1,259. In men's 7.5, we have 1,407. A men's 8, we have 4,311. A men's 8.5, we have 4,719. A men's 9, 6,891. A men's 9.5, 7,859. A men's 10, 9,276. Men's 10.5, 9,767. A men's 11, we have 9,354. A men's 11.5, we have 6,208. A men's 12, we have 9,396. Men's 12.5, we have 921. Men's 13, 6,891. Men's 14, 2,359. I'm surprised they got men's 14s. They usually, jip in the 14 size people. And then in a men's 15, we have 584 for a total, as I said before, 82,594 pairs in these Airmax 1 Big Bubbles today. So is it going to be a tough cop? I can't say yes or no. I'm not sure how many people are really going for these. Are they doing anything in the aftermarket per se? Let me look it up. Airmax 1 Big Bubble. Well, as of right now, like I'm just looking at prices right now on Go. So the retail is $150 for men's, and a size 12 in men's on GOAT right now is going for $204. Just as a reference. Let me see here what we have for StockX. And the reason why I bring it up is because based on what you have going on resale can really change up as to whether or not someone's going to go after this shoe just for the fact of, trying to go ahead and make some money off of it. But let's see here. On the resale market, so StockX is a little cheaper. Price right now for a size 12 is $187. But, with all the fees, I'm sure it probably comes out to, let's see here. Yeah, so with all the fees and shipping, at least shipping and taxes here to my area, it comes out to $226. Now, if you live in an area with no sales tax, I mean, you can knock $15 off of that right away. But here in Florida, it's 7% sales tax. So, let me go back here to go with everything. So, usually they go for a little more on GOAT, but I haven't sold on GOAT before, so I don't really know what the fees and stuff are like. I'm set up to sell, but I've never done it. But just to check what it would be if you got them from GOAT in a size 12, it would come to $233. So it's like, basically like $7 more it would cost you. But once the release happens, they're definitely going to drop. Prices are definitely going to drop on there. There's no doubt about that. So, but is this I don't know. Is this a must cop? For me personally, no, but I am going for a pair for a friend of mine who definitely wants these. And, once I get them, he'll let me go ahead and do a review on them. But, it's not personally a pair that I was really checking for, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, guys. So we got 45 minutes until the drop. I believe it is a draw on Snkrs App today. And we all know what it means when we go to a draw. So let's see here. Oh, maybe it's not. I'm not seeing it say that it's a draw. So it looks like it's, go ahead and get in line. But if you do go for the shoe, make sure you're not one of the ones that goes kind of right away because, Nike's sweeping for bots. So if you do go for this sneaker, I would say give it a minute or two. Let them basically freeze out the bots and then try to come in. Now, you will have that 10-minute window to go ahead and try to get the shoe itself. But yeah, I would say make sure you. Now it can be hit or miss sometimes as to whether or not if you hop in right away, whether you get flagged. But I've been seeing some other streams go for other shoes, and when they do it this style where it's kind of first come first serve in a way, people can get basically froze out and flagged as a bot, and they'll just be sitting in the pending kind of status, and nothing ever happens. And then once they finally do a refresh, they figure out that they don't get the shoe. Now, if it's not like a super hype pair, which these kind of are and aren't in a sense, but it's kind of hype because it's the first time they've been brought out since they were first shown. But I would say in this case, there's going to be a decent amount of people that go for them. There's going to be a decent amount of people that go for them. So, I can't definitively say if you try to go right away that you will get flagged, but we've been seeing that happen to people. So I would suggest that you err on the side of caution and just give it a minute or two and then try to hop in there. But there are a bunch of neighborhood retailers that are selling this shoe, so you're not going to find it at some of your traditional, like your Foot Lockers, your Finish Lines, or anything like that. You're going to find these sneakers at, you know, some of your neighborhood stores. Like, for example, and I'm going to read it down here. Now, if you go on the Snkrs app itself, and if you don't have the Snkrs app, make sure you try to download that. But if you go on the Snkrs app itself, they give a listing as to where you can find the Airmax Big Bubble, like what stores have them. And just to, you know, read off a couple, for example, Undefeated, Union LA, Unknown, Wish, Woodstack, Sweet 160, the Trophy Room Store, Tops and Bottoms, Fresh Sneaker Boutique, Manny's, Major, Hush Lifestyle. What do we have here? Kings, Kith, Lace Up, Notre, Oneness, Oxford Street, Packers, Phenom. What else we have here? Glory, GBs, Ama Manier, Cream, Corporate, Bodega, Bait, Extra Butter, Feature, Foot Zone, you know, Burn Rubber, Centre, August, just to name, like I said, name off a couple. Like there's 3 pages worth on the Snkrs app showing all the places that are selling it. So I would check out some of those areas. I believe some of them were doing raffles, and a lot of the raffles have closed at this point, and W's have gone out. But I would definitely keep checking because there are still some raffles open, and there are going to be a few other websites dropping these shoes at 10 a.m. Let me see if I can, you know, come up with where they're also dropping at besides Nike. Let's see here. Let me go to my. Now, a lot of the information, like I said before, I get from the Soul Retriever. And let's see here. Do we have any raffles still going? Yeah, so there are actually a couple raffles still going, and they don't end until either, it looks like almost 12 noon today, and some of them end actually tomorrow. Let's see here. It looks like, let me see. No, doesn't look like Extra Butter still running. Raffles closed on Extra Butter. Okay, so we have a website called Hannon. The raffle closes on that website, and for, let's see here, they close another 22 hours and 39 minutes on a website called Hannon. Hanon is that website. Let's see here. Now they ship worldwide, but it looks like that is a Europe website. We also have, let's see here, 18 Montrose is another one. They show the ship worldwide. Yeah, they have the draw going right now for the shoe. Now, I will say this, you know, ordering from an EU site, there will be obviously a shipping charge. But it's, you know, it's kind of negligible. Like this site itself, it says 6.99 pounds. I'm not sure what the conversion is, but I would say, I think 6.99 pounds, maybe you're looking at around $8 to $10 maybe. Let me find out what the conversion is. Conversion of pounds to, so 1 pound sterling is 1.22 United States dollar. So let's see here. If that's the case, 6.99 times 1.22. So you're looking at almost $9 shipping for off that website. Who else? Alumni of New York. They're doing it as well. Their raffle looks like it closes 11:59 today. So you have until 12 noon to get inside that raffle. We also have, let's see here, Kicks Lounge. They end today as well at 11 a.m. Ama Manier ends today as well at 10 a.m. The APB store, they end at 10 a.m. today. Social Status ends at 10 a.m. today. So I would look to, if you're looking for a pair, try on those as well. I wouldn't rely on Snkrs App. I would not rely on Snkrs App because, especially with what I said, the stock numbers they are pretty low. All right. Let's see here. Man, I need to get my coffee. Hold on 1 second, please. Hold on 1 second. All right. All right. I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see here. All right. And if you're seeing this stream after, it's all good, but hopefully hopefully one day you go ahead and join me on here and we can start to chop it up, Needed that. Need my coffee in the morning. Definitely need my coffee in the morning. We're going to see how this goes, though. We're going to see how this goes. I will be reading the stock numbers again at one point. I did it earlier. Let's see here. Let me go back to the Discord I'm getting these numbers off of. We got 35 minutes until the drop. All right. Let's see here. So like I said, the men's total pair. Man, excuse me. Total pair of men's is 82,594. Total pair of women's is 77,434. And total pair in youth is 3,766. So it's definitely slim pickings in the youth. But, you're going to have your shot in the women's pair and the men's pair. Now, there's no design difference in the men's and women's pair. But for whatever reason, the women's pairs, they go for less. Even though up until a size 12 women's, which is a 10 and a half men's, I mean, you're pretty much the same shoe. I mean, so for you out there who miss out on a smaller size, grab it in the women's sizes. I mean, the boxing and all that's going to be the same. It's not going to be anything different, and no one's going to be able to tell if it's the men's or the women's shoe on your foot. I mean, I would definitely look to see maybe that's an easier cop, because these men's, they might be tough. It might be tough. They didn't make a ton of them. They're only dropping in some of the neighborhood stores. So that's part of the reason why there's a little bit of a resale value on them, is because of the fact that, you know, they're not dropping at Foot Locker. They're not dropping at JD Sport, Finish Line, Champs, and those kind of areas. It's only at neighborhood stores, Tier Zeros, and then the Sneakers app. So, you know, usually when that happens, that's why there's a little bit of resale value behind it. But I think once the drop happens, you're going to see somewhat of a dip in terms of the aftermarket pricing is concerned. I mean, the other thing you got to consider too is for those who do go for this sneaker to try to resell it. I mean, trying to resell it through one of the apps, you're going to end up, in my opinion, probably losing money, because once all the seller fees and stuff like that, you're probably making like what, $20, and is it really worth all that time and effort just for $20? You might as well keep this shoe, to be honest with you, in my opinion, at least. But maybe you can, now if you get them in hand and you're able to make a sale on the street, that's different. You know, that's cash in hand at that point. But, you know, don't try to sell these online, because it's going to be not to your advantage, in my opinion, trying to do that. So let's see here. Now, what's also interesting is at the same time they're dropping this new silhouette, the Nike Air Pulse, and you know, are people going to go for it? Of course, I think, but they're, for the most part, I think they're going to sit there. Now, Finish Line JD Sports did do exclusive access for that shoe, but it was for 0 points, and it took a while before, you know, all the stock got ate up for it. I personally wish they had other colors besides the white. You know, the whole thing is in white, but you know, I hopefully they come out with some other colors down the line. I don't think these will be the greatest in black, personally. You know, but I think some other color schemes would definitely lend itself well to this shoe. And for the way they're touting it, I mean, and all the technology that they're saying is in the sneaker, I'm surprised the price point on these is only $150, to be honest with you. You know, you got like the Vapor Maxes, they retail around 210, and these are supposed to have, you know, basically more technology built into them than the Vapor Maxes are, but the price point would suggest otherwise. Now, maybe it's because the Vapor Max, you know, has the bubbling throughout, and then, you know, that fly knit material that they're using on there instead of like ballistic mesh, which I believe this kind of has. Yeah, it's saying it's the textile in the upper, leather and synthetic overlays, a foam midsole, rubber waffle outsole, and then the color scheme is phantom, high voltage, white, reflective silver. Yeah, I think the colorway itself is kind of you know. But obviously this is a sneaker made for running. I mean, the way they're kind of trying to push it is as a lifestyle sneaker itself. I don't really see this as a lifestyle sneaker, not unless you, like I said, you get some other color schemes to go with it. Now, the heel bubble is similar to like the Airmax 270, much like these right here with the way the rear is. Now, they slimmed it down a little bit, it looks like, on these. But which I honestly think is good because, when I wear these, it feels like I'm getting kind of pushed forward with the size of the way this bubble is. But, it's really comfortable shoe, though. It's like we have less than 30 minutes before the drop. Right. Now, some of the upcoming sneakers we got coming out, I think we're pretty much, after these, pretty much done for the month of March. Big Bubble's really the last shoe, I believe, that's really coming out this month that's doing anything. There have been some early drops of the cement gray lows, the 11 lows, but they're releasing April 1st. So now there will be JD Sport Finish Line exclusive access on there. So be on the lookout for that. That should be sometime next week. Monday or Tuesday should be for in-store EA, and then Wednesday, Thursday will be for online exclusive access, I believe. But once I find out more information on it, I'll definitely make sure to let you guys know where things are when it comes to that. If I cop them, I don't think that's actually a shoe I'm going to keep. Let's see here. I think overall, like, it's interesting too, because now they're $190 for a Lowe's. And I remember when I got, where are they at? Oh, they're way over there. I remember when I got the, I forget. I forget what these were even called, but I remember when I got these, they were $180, and so now that they're up around the $190 mark. I mean, listen, it's a great neutral color. Obviously, the gray, the white, the Carolina blue outsole with the bullet, impact plate. But yeah, I don't really know how I feel about them. I mean, I have a pair of cool gray 11s. You can see them right back there. Yeah, right back there. So, are these a must cop for me? No, but if you like them, I would definitely say go for them. Got 25 minutes left until the drop. 25 minutes. Let's see here. All right. And I'll go over the stock numbers here again in a little bit, right before the drop. But, hopefully you guys are still tuning in to my other videos, and we're continuing to grow this channel. on the road to 100 subscribers, and then once we reach that, then it'll be on the road to 500, 1,000, and then beyond. So, I'm looking to grow this channel. I'm looking to do big things, bring you guys as much value as possible, bring you guys more reviews. I will have an early review coming of a shoe that is starting to catch a little bit of buzz right now. I'm not going to reveal what that is until I get them in, but they are on the way, and should be good once they do come in. And also, I'm looking to go to a show. There's a show coming up here in Fort Lauderdale on, I believe it's April 22nd. Is one of the next sneaker shows that I know of in my area that I can attend. Let's see here. What else we got? What else do we have show-wise? Let's see here. Yeah, so the show I'm going to is called, let me look it up. It's called Hype Fest, which is in, like I said, it's in Fort Lauderdale. I've never been to the show before, but I definitely want to, see what it's all about. From what I was reading, it looks like there's like an outside portion to this, or maybe the whole thing is outside. And they've been doing it now. Looks like over 5 years now they've been doing this. So we're gonna see what this is about. They had a show apparently back in January, which was their 5-year anniversary. So we'll see what this is hitting for when we go here in April. We'll see. Hopefully we meet some nice people out there, be able to chop it up with some people and get some good content out of it, All right. So we got 20 minutes until they drop. Let's see here. Now, April looks like it's going to have a couple decent sneakers dropping. Besides the cement gray lows, you have the lucky green ones coming. You have, let me see here. Let me look up where I can see all the upcoming drops for April. Let's see here. Let me go to my Jordan 23 app, and that's a free app, guys. You can go ahead and download, and it'll let you know the release dates of upcoming sneakers. Let's see. We have the Jordan 11 low. They're dropping April 1st. The cement grays. I don't know if you're interested, but the Jordan 6 low golfs, the white and Bordeaux, they're dropping. For all my golf fans out there, Let's see. We also have the Jordan 3 Retro, the women's, the Lucky Greens. Now, I saw a couple videos on those, and some people were able to do a pretty decent comparison to the white cement 3s, because they use the same age midsole, except the color hints are obviously different on that shoe. But, I think if that shoe came in extended sizes, that might be an instant sellout. I mean, I believe they're going to move for the most part because a lot of men want them too, besides the women. But we'll see what happens with those. We have let's see, what else we got? Jordan 2 Low Atmospheres. Like I said, the Lucky Greens, they drop on the 15th. And the Jordan 1 Retro High, the Wash Pink. Now, that sneaker is that's going to be a tough cop. That's going to be a tough cop. And I want to be able to get those for my lady. So she wants those and wants those bad. So we're going to try to make that happen. It looks like this can't be right. But the same day, it looks like the Jordan 13 Black Flints are dropping as well. I've seen mixed thoughts on those. I think overall, once you get them in hand, a lot of opinions are going to change, but that happens with a lot of these sneakers out here. But personally, I think that's definitely going to be a must cop for me because I love 13s and I don't have a pair of Flints. I don't at all. So those will be my first pair of Flints. And also the Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott women's, the olive pairs dropping on the 26th. Now, supposedly, this is supposed to be the last Travis Scott Jordan collab. I talked about it in a previous video. With that being said, if this is true and we're not going to get the Travis Scott Jordan 7s like we thought we were going to, or at least that was rumored, I think in this case, these are going to be the toughest to try to get. Now, I personally think the olive pair looks way better than the Black Phantoms. I really do. I don't think the olive pair at all is a bad looking shoe, but the Black Phantoms, I saw them and I had opportunities to cop them, but I didn't want them. And some people said, oh yeah, you could have got them and sold them. No, I'm not. It's not worth it to me to go through all that trouble, to be honest with you. It's really not. So, also the Jordan 3 Wizards are dropping. Now, those are supposed to be very close to the True Blues that came out years ago. Seen some videos on that already. Some people had early pairs, and they were able to, show the contrast between the True Blues and these. Now, if you don't have True Blues, this is a decent consolation prize, I would say. I haven't decided fully whether or not I'm going to go for these. I may go for them just to do a review, and then I might even, look to just give it to somebody, honestly. I might do, you know what? That might be a decent giveaway item. Maybe. We'll see. Also, the Jordan 1 Retro High OG, the Craft, the Skylines are dropping. Now, you can go online right now to go StockX and even eBay and cop the shoe right now for under retail, right? So the retail price point is $180, but they're being sold under retail. Now, make sure you pay attention to the pricing because the pricings fluctuate from time to time. But that's pretty much how I copped my white cement ones. Was I was watching the pricing, and then I copped it basically at one of the lowest price points I saw. And then with fees, shipping, and all that, the final price came out to be what I would have paid. What I would have paid had I bought them, release day, basically. Now, they haven't released yet. They're not releasing until May, the white cement ones, but the Skylines are supposed to drop April 20th. Now, they were originally supposed to drop actually in March, and then they got pushed back for whatever reason. Now, I really think the way the packaging is on that shoe itself is definitely nice. It's really nice. It's definitely different. It's got the Chicago skyline in the background with the sunset, and it looks awesome, which is what the theme was supposed to be for that shoe, which is why the shoe looks like that and it matches the box. So I think not a lot of people are checking for them, so it's going to be a very easy cop. You know what I mean? But I think on hand, once in hand, some people may change their mind. Now, what I didn't like is the fact that they're not leather; they're using like a canvas, and that's the one part I kind of didn't like, and some people didn't like that either. But you know what? It is what it is with that. Close these blinds up. Ooh, that's the wrong way. There we go. So, all right, we got less than 15 minutes for these. Less than 15 minutes. Let's see here. All right, let me give you these stock numbers again. Bring it back up. All right. So U size, like I said, there's 3,766 pairs. In the 3.5Y, 267, 4Y, 276, 4.5Y, 315, 5Y, 467, 5.5Y, 483, 6Y, 623, 6.5Y, 547, 7Y, 788. And then in the women's, there's a total amount of 77,434 pairs. Women's 5,997, 5.5, 1,526. Women's 6, 4,412. Women's 6.5, 4,100. Women's 7, 7,588. Women's 7.5, 6,824. Women's 8, 9,593. Women's 8.5, 8,935. Women's 9, 8,368. Women's 9.5, 6,118. Women's 10, 6,324. Women's 10.5, 3,345. Women's 11, 3,939. Women's 11.5, 2,453. And a women's 12, 2,912. For a total of 77,434. Now for the men's. All right. For the men's, we have 82,594 pairs. Men's 6, 703. Men's 6.5, 689. Men's 7, 1,259. A men's 7.5, 1,407. A men's 8, 4,311. Men's 8.5, 4,719. A men's 9, 6,891. A men's 9.5, 7,859. A men's 10, 9,276. Men's 10.5, 9,767. Men's 11, 9,354. Men's 11.5, 6,208. Men's 12, 9,396. A men's 12.5, 921. Men's 13, 6,891. Men's 14, 2,359, and men's 15, 584 for a total of 594 pairs. So not getting over 100,000 pairs, but I would say probably over 100,000 people are going to go for this shoe. And, we'll see what happens. It's not a draw, according to what I'm seeing here on the Snkrs app. It's not a draw. But, like I said earlier in this feed, even though it's technically first come, first serve, Nike is still sweeping for bots. So make sure that you're not just hopping in there trying to be first. You know what I mean? Because you may end up getting your account flagged just because of how quickly you were able to get up in there. I would wait maybe a minute or two and try to go in. But I wouldn't wait longer than that because W's will start going out, pretty quickly. But we're going to see what happens now. Last time we did a draw, I forget what shoe it was. I think it was the SB4s, right? They showed the different stages that the app was in as it was going through and sweeping for the bots, So they showed to where, and I made sure to copy this. I don't know if I still have it to look at the different stages, but I talked about it in one of my videos. So when they did the draw, it was accepting submissions, then it was removing bots, and then it was verifying submissions. So when they did the draw last time on the SB4s, they had the app go through these 3 different stages before they started handing out W's. Now, will the app go through these stages here today? I cannot say that will happen. But we're going to see. We're going to see what happens with it, We're going to see what happens. So we got 7 minutes until the drop. If you are using your phone and impossible, I would try to maybe not use the Wi-Fi, because sometimes the Wi-Fi gets flagged. The IP address gets flagged for the Wi-Fi versus, what they know for you to use, because your phone itself has its own IP address, and they keep data on that. They keep data on that, so they recognize it's your account, but it's being accessed through a different IP. It could be getting flagged, so I'd be careful using the Wi-Fi to try to cop. To be honest with you, we're going to see what happens here. So we got 6 minutes left until the drop. Now I like what they did here with the box. I think the stressing on the box and the way that they did some of the the air bubbling on it to represent the shoe itself, I think is pretty cool. I like that Nike's really starting to give us special boxes, not just these plain Jane boxes anymore. But this obviously goes back to what the lost and found boxes were for the Jordan 1 Chicago's and the white cement 3s. How both of those look distressed. So because these haven't released in ages, basically, they're doing the same thing, basically, So, and based on what we're reading here, it says that let's see, the Holy Grail of sneaker lore returns along with the true story of visible Nike Air, using CT scans to dissect one of maybe only 400,000 released pairs of the Big Bubble. We replicated the Nike Air unit and window used in the 86 original, so you can step on the bedrock of sneaker history, and don't worry, he'll still get the throwback color blocking. I mean, what's interesting is, and I did this in my video, I talked about this, but they were actually having problems with the bubble breaking, honestly, because of how big it was. And then the cold air actually had a negative effect on it as well. So that's why today a lot of well, I can't say today because obviously we have larger ones, but at some point, that's why Nike went down to the smaller size bubble after they had released these because of all the issues they actually had from them. Now, are these going to have this kind of issue? Obviously not. I mean, it's 2023. Obviously, they've been able to improve upon the technology, and I'm sure they're using way stronger materials for this here. So you're not going to have that issue, obviously. I mean, you can't tell me with having bubbles like this size here, or even sneakers that have the full, bubble effect. Now these are my workout beaters, my Airmax 217s. That's why they look the way they do. Kill these damn things. I need a new pair, honestly. But what I was saying was, the bubbles throughout the entire foot. And, it's able to handle anything. So, all right, 3 minutes. 3 minutes until the drop, guys. So, hopefully everyone gets a W. Like I said, if you're watching the stream after, I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Hopefully you can join me on a future live, so we can really get in here and chop it up together. I'm going to end this one probably right after, all the W's go out. So maybe close to 10:30. But, what's crazy to me is the amount of shoes that are going to be dropping once August hits and beyond. I think there's going to be some hurt pockets, a lot of hurt pockets, because there's so many shoes dropping around that time. So many shoes dropping. And I think part of what's gone to the wayside and people have forgotten is the Jordan 1 Wings logo series coming out that are dropping. And I need to, I gotta get me a good streaming service so I can start sharing my screen. That next time I go live, which honestly is going to be for the winner of the $50 giveaway for the 50 subscriber milestone. Once we go live for that, I'm going to make sure I got a decent streaming service because I want to be able to share my screen, make sure it's all transparent for you guys. But, as we continue to grow and we hit that 100 subscriber milestone and beyond that, definitely want to have bigger and better giveaways, guys. All right, it's 10 o'clock. It is 10 o'clock. So let's see here. Let's go on in. Good luck, everybody. Good luck with trying to cop this shoe. Oh, there we go. All right, going in. Up, getting the spinny wheel. All right. I wanted to give it at least 1 minute. All right, submitting order. Now they are dropping on other sites. They are dropping on some other sites, guys. So, if you can, check some of those other sites too. see what's happening here. Uh-oh. They noticed I was getting an error code. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, man. What is this error code I keep getting? Man. Snkrs App is getting cooked right now. Man. Oh, my goodness. Payment error. What is going on? Cooked. Wow. I have no idea what's going on right now. Wow. Let me try the desktop. But I think it might be a done deal. Might be a done deal. Might be a done deal for these. Oh, nope. They got all the sizes. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm in line on the desktop. Wow. Wow. I'm in line on the desktop, but man, that might be a nice L for your boy. Wow. Wow, I was not expecting that. Was not expecting that. I mean, wow, I kept getting some type of error. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what that error code even meant, you know. Man. Man. Well, we're gonna see what happens. Woo, cooked. Cooked. Man, that's with all the drops that have come out, that's the first time now I've had that issue since the Lost and Founds. I have not had that issue since the Lost and Founds. So I'm surprised that even happened to where I kept getting the error code. I wish I could show it to you, but I don't want to try to enter twice now at this point and then get flagged. But man, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. Not expecting that at all. Not expecting that at all. Oh, sold out. Sold out. Didn't get them. That's because the site got cooked. Did not get them. Well, that's all she wrote, guys, on that. That's all she wrote on that. Women's sizes are still available, it looks like. But I think the men's sizes are completely cooked. Women's sizes are available, but the men's sizes are cooked. So, man, that, wow. Wow. That is that. That is that. Woof, man. Well, make sure you're on Twitter to try to see if any restocks happen. I'm sure there are. There's still a couple sites that have not released their pairs from the raffles, guys. I don't know if I'll be dropping a video today. I got some things I got to do, but I will be dropping videos this week. And should have 2 pairs coming in of shoes this week. One of them being an early review and another one being a reach back that I was able to do because of that coupon code that came through with eBay. So guys, make sure you're following me on like Instagram. Make sure you're following me on Twitter because I put out a lot of information to you guys through the reels, through tweets. Even here on YouTube itself, I like to put out information as well through the YouTube shorts to allow you guys to have the information on hand to cop. So, in any case, that's all she wrote. Signing off. Thank you.